Hello. Okay, so let me get up on my knees. I haven't stretched today. Oh man, today has probably been, I think, I'm not too sure, the latest I've started one of these. But it is what it is. Oh, I have this. Whatchamacallit over there. And the light keeps going in and out. That's fine. My hair is still kind of wet. All right. What was I gonna say? Well, this isn't anything new. I was really set on starting the oil painting again today because I haven't technically painted for the past 2 days. Well, that's not true. I painted a little bit yesterday, but like very like a couple of paint strokes doesn't really count. But you can probably see some difference. Again, it's in the transitional period right now. This is not what it's gonna look like. It's still kind of basically, to me, a sketch. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I know I was really set on finishing yesterday. At least that's what I said. But then really, like literally right after the live yesterday, I got off. I think I started doom scrolling, watching YouTube or whatever. Like I really can't even remember what I was watching. I know I was online, but I can't remember what I was watching, which is why I tell myself it's not that it's not productive. I mean, it's not productive, but it's not fulfilling. I don't know. I guess I could say that about anything because compared to my memory, I don't remember even what I ate for breakfast or lunch or dinner yesterday. So moving on. Let me quickly see if I made a tick. Kitchen vid, yes. Living room, yes. Oil paint, no, 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 no. That's later. Okay. But I did get a lot of my to-do list done for today. So I think I figured it out what I'm going to do. Let me just double read these real quick to see if it's nothing too personal. Okay. DIY, DIY. Well, I guess there's one. Well, anyways, so then what I decided I'm gonna do in this now, because there's literally only one that I can't show. I have, well, here, let's do this. These are all DIYs too. Okay. I am putting all my to-dos here, everything that I remember, and I'm just keeping it here, right next to me with a pen right there, making it easy, even though a lot of the stuff that I remember are not here in my desk. They're like in the shower, in the on the toilet, and right before I fall asleep in bed when I'm not supposed to have my phone. But we're gonna give it a shot, okay? And then I'm going to transfer whatever I can do. And these are all clean, okay. Uh, onto this notepad because I can fit in a lot. This notebook's a lot, bigger, longer. I can fit a lot of things that I want to do on here. Doesn't mean that I'm going to complete all those in one day, realistically, no matter who you are. But this one's a lot shorter. So I don't know how many, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 maximum like lines, or 15 if you count that one. I never do, of like tasks that I can do in a day. that I think is realistic that I can get these done. Especially a lot of these are I put some easy ones just to make me feel good. And I've done a couple of good ones like shower, ate breakfast, took my pills, cleaned dishes, I sweeped. Mopping actually is the one that I really need to get done. I've been needing to for a couple of days and I don't want to get into it because it's just like I get messy, because I have to like wring out the mop and I feel like it's so dirty and gross no matter how much I try to clean it with like bleach or whatever and scrub it clean after I use it. I still feel like it's dirty and so whenever I mop, I feel like it's still gross. And I just showered this morning, so now I really don't feel like doing it. But I really do want to do it because I know these floors are really dirty from all the fiasco with my fridge. And so I want to go, get down and like stretch as I fully can or fully want to. And I can't do that because I don't want to get on the floor because I feel like it's dirty. Let me take a drink of water. So I was already supposed to complete that, but I took too long cleaning my kitchen. I was only supposed to clean the dishes, sweep, and mop, but then because I wanted to take some videos that for a video that I want to post, wanted to take a video of my kitchen with a new fridge, all clean and nice looking. So that I'm seeing, oh, the cabinets are like dirty, so I had to go wipe all those down, wipe the counters. Like I did a little bit extra cleaning that I had planned, so that took a little bit longer. Took the videos and then also took some videos of the living room that were required for the video. And then I mopping was supposed to be included in that. And then I would have been done with everything and I could have started oil painting now. Well, by 12. And I'm behind like 2.5 hours, it looks like. That's okay. We still have plenty of time in today. However, when I started setting up this live today, I check to make sure my desktop camera and my phone camera are working because I am gonna need my phone camera today so I can, film myself painting. But for some reason, my phone camera is not connecting to OBS. I don't know why. I've tried troubleshooting, turning it off and turning it back on again. It doesn't seem to be working. I'll try right now because I do sometimes hear it like connect when I'm using my just my desktop. Like yesterday, I heard it like ding, and so that meant like it was connecting or disconnecting. At least I think. So I'll switch it over now. See, hopefully, because I've been on for a couple of minutes, that it decided to join the party. Let me see. Nope, it's still showing me a black screen. The audio looks like it's working, but nothing else. Okay, so that's another hiccup in today. I didn't want to take a lot of time on figuring out how to make my phone camera work so that you can see me paint and also do this live. I don't know if I should just use my computer. I'm only gonna be able to get one angle, which is like if I just turn my computer this way because it still needs to be on my desk. And over there is where my painting stuff is. I guess I can. That's gonna be a lot of work to move my whole table. The whole thing, I have everything over there in the middle over here. I mean, it's not impossible. It'll take a lot less time than figure out this technology. So that was my problem. I was like, okay, I can spend an hour trying to figure out how to connect my phone, or I could just hop on and start the live because I am already like 2 hours late. So uh I could just I don't know. No, I'm not wearing a bra. I could just call it, say this is sufficient at least for the live for today and start painting. because I don't need to be recorded. However, I'm starting to go back on my thoughts on that. I think I kind of do. I feel like it gives me a certain sense of, what is it? Accountability to do it even though no one's watching these. I am. Oh, actually, that's an update. I don't think I gave yesterday. Actually, oh, yesterday I said I didn't do it. I said I was gonna start watching these lives and like listening back to them as like a podcast, and I started doing that today. Oh, I started doing it a little bit yesterday afterwards, and then I started again today this morning. I got through like two or three of them, which means well, some one of them was only like 14 minutes, I think, and it was like an hour. So give or take, like uh 1 or 2 hours doing that. Just like while I'm, washing dishes, sweeping, doing stuff. And it wasn't that bad. Actually, I liked it. I just would also put on like a little soft music in the background, softer than my voice. I can still hear myself talk. And then the music a little bit just so I have like something playing. And then I started thinking it's kind of funny because, oh, well, one of them, I was listening to myself say how I need to have these headphones on and I need to have like something playing constantly because I don't like to be lost in my head, in my own thoughts, which is basically what I'm doing now because I'm just listening to my past thoughts from days before, which is kind of funny, but hey, if it works, it works. And I think it's better than listening to somebody else talk because at least even though if I forget what I said just yesterday, I'm still like a safe place for myself compared to if I try and pick up a new, you know, YouTuber or podcaster's show and I don't know if something they say is going to trigger me. Um, so that's why I really only have a handful of people that I listen to consistently. And when I've already listened to like all of their stuff, well, I have nothing to consume unless I risk trying to look for a new creator so that I have like a new, you know, what is like, a pocket of content to listen to on a daily basis. But I don't think that's the best option for me right now, considering how I doing this sort of experiment where I have no job and I'm trying to create this a lifestyle or this, my dream life by because I keep telling everybody and just nagging at this point that what I want and what's going to make me happy is to be creative, to be an artist, just to be able to create art and make a living off of that. I don't need to be rich. Okay, I just need to be able to support the lifestyle that I have right now, which is uh really real what is what's the word? Minimum. I'm converting to the dollars, but I live in pesos obviously. Would be 1,000 basic, but because of all the medications that I'm taking right now, all the doctors I have to see for my hormones and thyroid and everything, and the psychiatrist and the attention deficit, all those medical stuff has brought that up to now $2,000 a month. And rent is eventually gonna, well, it only goes up maybe like, well, I don't wanna risk it going too high. But the past two times it's only gone up about 500 pesos, give or take, which is 20, $30, depending on conversion rates. But still, every not just rent, everything's gonna go up, living expenses in general and food and everything else. And I'm not I'm not well, I am ashamed, but I'm open enough to be honest that I know, or I'm honest with myself that I'm not the most not financially illiterate, but well, probably, and financially responsible is more accurate. I'm financially responsible. I like things. I like trinkets, pretty things. Like, did I show this yesterday? I bought this. Yeah, I think I did. And I'm still obsessed with it that I'm showing it to you again because it's just so pretty. Things, materialistic things make me happy, and obviously materialist things cost money. So, yeah, 2000 a month for my whole lifestyle is pretty manageable. I should think compared to, other people's lifestyles or other countries. So, what was I getting into this? I don't know, but I put my coffee already. I already set everything up, my painting station. I was ready to go, okay? I just this damn phone. So what did I decide? Okay, let me see. I'm gonna turn my computer because that's gonna be the most basic way to do this. Oh my goodness, my computer's hot. I don't think I've ever touched my computer. Okay. And the other issue I have with this is that my computer's desktop camera is like really low quality res, but it seems to cover basically everything, so I guess this could work. Okay. Hopefully I didn't talk for too long. 17 minutes compared to my last ones. Okay. So I guess I won't need this tripod. Wait, did I just say my last podcast? You see, I'm considering these podcasts now. Oh God, I feel like I have camel toe. Uh, Everything's too tight. Uh, I'm still sore. I really want to stretch. I really want to stretch, but I don't want to mop. Okay, I am gonna turn this light on brighter for the painting and go get my. Why does this feel unleveled? One of the legs is like. Is that it? Kind of. I feel like this is really loose. Not that I'm using this part, but gotta remember to tighten it when I can. Okay, but I do need it this way, so it's out of the way. Let me get my iPad. And it's crazy that also that this is the day my knee hurts, so it's crazy that today is the day that my phone camera is acting up. And I've been thinking, I don't know if maybe it was today or yesterday, probably today, that I would really love to buy a camera from OBS directly, see if it's easier to connect things. Because there's an option on here that says start virtual camera that I think is for OBS only. And also, because I previously was when I was shopping around for materials, obviously, as I do, because I love getting materials for new activities or hobbies. I was looking at the OBS camera, but you have to like connect it to your computer. So there's going to be a wire, and I didn't want a wire because I wanted to be able to move it around everywhere. But now I see that my mic can't go that far either. So it seems like I basically have to like stay in the same place. I don't know how, whatever I call them, IRL streamers do it because I go out into the world. Or I guess, what was the other option? but I don't have enough followers. I only need 50 followers to be able to stream directly from my phone. But then I'm also so scared I'll run into the issue where, the phone doesn't connect to Wi-Fi or wherever. Okay, so starting with her face finally, because she's been glaring at me for days. But I'm not too sure what color to start on, what the midtone is. But if I know or should know anything about myself at this point, is that just go for it. Just slap on some paint. That's part of the learning process. Well, I'm hoping that, after a few, I don't know, dozens of these, I will have learned by experience and know what the best route is to start on. I think I wanted to do this one. I've kind of started also, I haven't used all of the brushes, but I've kind of gotten my favorites so far. Make it the oil. I'm gonna try not to use too much of it this time. 'Cause I've definitely been overusing it in these past few times. Okay, so let's see what the majority of these colors are. Beiges, pinks. Okay. Then this all is in shadow, so those are much darker. It's green. Should I start with those first? They're not midtones. I'm trying. What it even is a mid? Uh, could it be that? Is it that? Uh, let's go for it. Let's go. Okay, let's. But what color would make that? I saw yellow. Not yellow like this, but you know what I mean. And a pink, which means where's the white? Okay, probably that one. Oh, well, let me see what I have in my saved up first, actually. 'Cause I think I do have a little bit of yellow in here. See that? And a little bit of white. See, we don't even need to pop open any new things. Because I want to start. Because I feel like it's going to be a lot of different colors. So, ooh, what was that? That was sticky. Yeah, I think these will all be used. Shadow scared me. So I know I said I wasn't going to use a lot of oil, and then first thing I do is just go directly into the oil. Just, I want them to flow out easily. That was a bad idea. This is all a bad idea. Oh, God. That took a lot. It's drier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, now let's clean. Now try to get the yellow. Try is the strong word here. What does yellow and red make? Is it just a lighter red? Don't. Okay, now the red. That was a lot cleaner. Let's put you here. Okay. We'll start with those, see where those get us. What do we got here then? Instead, oh, how? How? Jesus. All right, get it? Oh, I still feel it somewhere. I don't feel like it's hiding because I've gotten too ballsy, thinking I don't need to wear my smock anymore. That I can just, you know, that I'm so expertise now. I can just do whatever. Okay, how do we get this beigeish pink color? Brown, maybe? Should get browned. Get browned. Yeah, because that's too pink. I need some other color. I'm gonna keep getting dirty because this side I did not put it safely in there. But I need it to be lighter than these colors I got here. Let me see if I got anything over here. This orange. I think I might have to throw this one out too because a lot of these look pretty crusted over and not big enough. Like even if I remove the first layer, it's still like not enough paint for me to like go through the trouble of removing it and trying to get the tiniest bit out. I know. Sounds crazy coming from me. Always trying to save the tiniest bit of paint. Yes. Okay. Let's see if this is it. Might still be too light. It's orange. Well, hold on. Maybe if we add some of the white. Oh, nice. Oh, God, I'm gonna touch myself. Okay, so I told myself if I'm not going to be wearing my apron smock thingy, I can't be touching myself, but that's nuts. I've noticed I've been painting like with one hand behind my back. What I feel so funny doing it. I mean, it feels natural to me, but when I realize I'm doing it, it feels funny because it reminds me of like what do they call those? Fencers? You know, people like do the sword thingies, but with like the really skinny, bendy sword thingy. I don't know. Hmm. Nope. What color is that? Looks more like this one now. So probably means I need just more white. But would yellow be the same? Because it's bright. No. Oh my god, my boobs are shaking because of moving. Now, I did consider wearing a sports bra today because I wanted to wear this shirt. So I wanted something like loose fitting and just relax. So I want to feel comfortable. Not that my other clothes aren't comfortable, but I don't know. I just felt like wearing something different. I felt like I just been wearing those tank tops too much. So I just wanted something different. And I don't really have a variety in my closet. This is like the closest that of variety I can get to. And why did I refuse to wear a bra still? Well, because I was going to be doing a lot of stuff. I have been doing a lot of stuff before I got on the live, and I basically would just be wearing it for the live, so it wouldn't be filming with like this. I just thought that was such a pain to put on because I wouldn't go out through in my things of the morning and then put the bra on. I would put it on and then leave it on basically for the entire day because I don't I don't want to do in and out, okay? It's on. If I put it on, it's gonna stay on. And if it's off, like if I take it off, it's gonna stay off. And I don't know how to explain. It just seemed like a bother, so I decided against it. It's like it's not the first time I've filmed these without a bra on. It's not gonna be the last for sure. I hope that wasn't too much white. It's getting closer. Yep, it's basically this one. Why? This is where I put the white at the beginning. Maybe a little bit more red though. Okay, we're going for it. Here we go. First paint stroke. Here we go. Where does she go? Like, get closer. Ah, how do I? Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Schmove you. I don't know why you're here, anyways. You can't get rid of me. That's why. Okay, where were we? She was somewhere. This color. Somewhere. Here. Yep. Mm-hmm. And well, think I found the midtone. This is basically it. But now we want it a little lighter over here. Oh, we'll save that because we're not doing highlights yet. So I felt I need more oil. She needs to blend. That was too much though. I just I can't find a happy medium. Yep, it needs to be lighter. I know, but just give me a minute. I can I can make it That's not the right color. Calm down. Okay. This is too orange. That's too orange. What do we do? What do we do? I think just keep adding more white. Should I think? Oh, I think. Hold on. Trying to place this so that I don't have to use my brush or get it dirty. So I've been trying to keep these clean as much as I can with still being as lazy as I can. Okay. Do I want to use all this way? I don't know. Okay. Think that's closer. That's minimal. Minimal change, but I guess that's what we needed, right? Gotta remember this eyebrow needs to come down. How much though? I should have done beforehand, but I refused. Don't know what I'm doing. I definitely like how I prepped this canvas though compared to all the other ones, so I think if everything else fails, at least I got down the prep canvas of my liking. This is my tour still. But don't be doing them highlights just yet. It's pink. Still very light. I'll try it. The paintbrush is way too big for this area. It's like a beige. That's not the color that should go there. I don't know why I did that. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We move forward. Now I gotta go darker. Okay. Okay. I think what I'm doing wrong right so far is, or at least when I was doing better, I was working very, very tiny little batches of paint, of mixes, because I was changing the colors so much. And now I made this huge, huge mix of paint that I don't need, and I have this huge thing of red that I'm probably not going to need either. So I need to start mixing much smaller paint. Okay, so this is this one, but brownish maybe? Will the red do that? Possibly not, but oh no. It's very red, very red. What's colors over here? Mm. And this is why it's not blending as much, because I'm trying not to use as much oil. Why did I decide that? What was the point for that? I know there's probably some good reasoning, but I'm blanking on it now. I'll probably, if I start caving and use more oil, I'll remember it once it starts giving me a problem. Okay, going even darker now. So let's see. Let's see. Think this might be too dark, or in like the tiniest amount, it could be perfect. But it also means I probably should get more white paint on here as well. So I think this with white would have been this color perfectly, but because I already have all these, I'm trying to use what I have already on here. Tiniest amount, okay? As much as I could. Oh shit, but why did I do that? I think I might have already had it somewhere here. Maybe? That's happened. Yeah. I'm not back on coffee, okay? I've just been really tired these past 2 days, and I really wanted to be productive today. And even though I'm know that coffee pretty much doesn't affect me in any way, at least not with energy, I'm hoping for the placebo effect that just drinking it, tasting it will be like, ooh, it's coffee time. Time to get to work. Okay, this wasn't awful, but it's not the right color. It could be the right color for another area if you would like to check that out first before you try to mix it with something else. Hmm. Kind of. Yeah. I don't want to start on the cheek yet, though. I'll just put it down a bit. Then we'll move on. Water. How are we doing? Is this thing even on still? Mm. I haven't heard my phone connect once. Okay. Okay. It's brown, but like very light. Okay. Now she goes lighter. Maybe I should switch out to this smaller brush now. But there's hardly any paint on her still, so that's why I'm trying to get big strokes. Big strokes. Okay. Get the general idea, the general lighting and such, and then we'll get it exactly right later. This does mean that we're not gonna finish her today, unfortunately. But, well, let's be realistic here. Keep moving around a lot. Now this looks, has a tint of green in it. Need to have that. Yeah, I could, but it's such a little area that I don't think it would be the best idea to mix it in right now. Not yet. It's like an orange brown. Tiny bit of orange here. Stay. Oh, okay, I just realized the problem is probably that I have a huge brush that I'm mixing so much. It wouldn't happen if I had a tiny one. Leave it. To go darker. Hold on. Before I go into the real dark ones. Not yet. Cute. I'm gonna start getting tired standing like this. But I don't think her face is low enough on the canvas for me to sit down. But it's also too low for me to stand up all the way upright. So there we have it. We're just putting the first layer down. Okay, calm down. That is a completely different color. For here, that seems like a detail color for a smaller brush, okay? Let's just take it easy now. Oof, those. What was that? What are you doing? Stop. Just want to blend it in. And do the shadows. Because I want to start seeing it. Maybe I should step back before acting like a crazy person. Because now I want to go to the lighter colors, and we've been saying stick to the dark colors first and then go light. But I know, but it's like I don't have a lot of white paint. So I go really dark and try to mix those same colors back up. Like I'm gonna need a lot of white, and you see where I'm going? Okay. It's just the base. It's gonna be the highlights are later and everything else. Much later. Don't worry, okay? Ah, what? Don't don't get too freehand with it, okay? Lose outline. Okay. Now we can start going with the darker colors, right? So I see that. Okay. Okay. That's this just a little darker. Oop, a little more. More. Just get the whole thing. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Yup. It's more this one over here. Okay. That doesn't, I mean, that's the color, but it's very dark to me. It's here too. Okay. Now it has a tint of green to it. Should I skip it for now? Because I don't want to introduce green to everything else. Not yet. Now it needs to be a grayish. Get that side. I'm gonna need to step back after this one. Because I think I'm getting too in my head about it. Okay, this is basically this one. Yep. A little bit more. A little bit less. A little bit less. Let's see. Hopefully I fixed the position horizon. I'm not too sure yet. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, you said we step back. Step back. Also, my feet feel like they've fallen asleep. Oh, like locked up. Okay, need to. Okay. Oh. Well, you know, we can't all be makeup artists, okay? Oh, you can't see. I just realized you can't, haven't been able to see anything I've been doing. Oh, great. Great. You know what? That's actually perfect. So then, like, at the end, you'll be like super surprised. I'll be like super good looking at the end, okay? Trust. But let me, it's been just about an hour. Great. That means I've met my quota for the day. But if I've met a quota for today, that means I haven't for the couple of times I've been coming off of it. You can see like a tiny bit like in the corner, but it's very, let me see if I can move this without knocking anything over. Oh, flower. Back in there. Okay. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. Actually, hold on. Maybe it's this way. Nope. It was this way. Maybe not. Maybe because I put more stuff. When it was just the easel, I was able to like easily maneuver it in different directions. Oh, tripod. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah. I okay, hold on. I'll get there, okay? But if I turn it all the way over here, I'm gonna have to like turn it back over. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, you know, it'd be really cool if I had like a Lazy Susan type of like table. I don't know if they make those, but that would be cool. Okay, there she is. You know, on camera, it doesn't look that bad. In person, she I need to ew. If I thought she looked angry before when I wasn't working on her at all, now that I've butchered her face like this, oof, she'll haunt my dreams. So I'm definitely gonna try and, you know, butter her up and try get more on here today until like I'm satisfied that she's not gonna kill me in my sleep for leaving her like this. But for now, for us, okay. Oh, I didn't check if I have paint on my hands. Paint on my hands. Why is this nail like this? It's not broken, but it's not even either. I have to file that down. Okay, I think I'm clean. Let's get you back in position. Okay. Yeah, I gotta turn her around. He's staring at me over here. Well then, let me just check one last time. Also, 'cause why does my computer feel like lopsided? Is it my table? No. Weird. Maybe I'm lopsided. Okay, let me just check my phone camera, see if it ever connected. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, whatever. We did it, okay? It was probably, well, yeah, it wasn't that great, but we did it, okay? Hopefully tomorrow my phone starts working again or I figure something else out. Until then, um, till then, what? And until then, I guess, um, I don't know. All right, I love you. Bye.